So you're gonna have to let me know if this music is just a little too weird. Actually, it might be a little too weird. I may have to know that. I may have to make that decision myself. It's kind of supposed to be kind of a jazzy thing. What do I think of it? Well, I don't know, but I accidentally turned it off. It was in that same window. Who's Michelle Trachtenberg? Oh, is she the one from Buffy? Oh, I don't know who the heck she is. I know, I guess. So, doesn't that guy look a little bit like Charlie Sheen? Has a Charlie Sheeny look going, doesn't he? It's this
All right, Shador, we're meeting with all the top prospects to try to find the best fit for them before the draft. Now, the first step to that is finding out where you want to go. So what do you think? I mean, I'd love to say Cleveland or New York, because that would mean I'm going top 3, but it doesn't seem like that's happening anymore. We can still put in a good word with those teams in case they want to trade back into the first. You think I want to go to either of those dumpster fires without the cloud of being a top 3 pick? What's the point of that? Okay, so where do you think? I guess New Orleans? I'd like to start right away. If my only competition is something called a Derek Carr, I think that's probably in play. How about Pittsburgh? If Rodgers is going to be there, I'm not sure there's enough media on the planet to handle a quarterback for both of us. So I'd rather not. All right, anywhere else? I mean, I'd love to play for Atlanta or Dallas to follow in my dad's footsteps. Yeah, I don't think either of those teams are really in the market for a quarterback. You're telling me the Falcons would never make an unexpected quarterback pick in the first round, and the Cowboys would never make a pick that would get everyone talking about them alienating Dak in the process, who I kind of feel like they hate for some reason? Yeah, I guess you're right. We'll talk to them about it. Thank you. And while you're at it, maybe just double check with the Browns and Giants and see if maybe they've changed their minds about wanting me in the top 3. They don't like you. Okay. All right, Shador, we're meeting with all the top prospects to try to find the best fit for them before the draft. Now, the first step to that is finding out where you want to go. So what do you think? I'd love to say Cleveland or New York, because that would mean I'm going top 3, but it doesn't seem like that's happening. We can still put in a good word with those teams in case they want to trade back into the first. You think I want to go to either of those dumpster fires without the cloud of being a top 3 pick? What's the point of that? Okay, so where you... Well, it's been a couple weeks now. How you guys feeling about your new teams? I don't have a team yet. Dude, we all know you're signing with the Steelers. You're just dragging it out so people keep talking about you for as long as possible. You don't know that. I could sign with the Vikings, or retire, or go play baseball, or join a Korean boy band. I will carefully consider all my options and then choose based on which one I think will get me the most attention. Okay, how's everyone else feel? I'm just happy to get a fresh start outside of Seattle. Oh yeah, thanks for opening up that spot for me. No problem, man. Have fun with that O-line. They're gonna have you on your back so often you might as well be Bonnie Blue. Doesn't Vegas also have a bad O-line? Yes, but at least I can gamble and get hammered after the game instead of just going to the fish market or some shit. I'm super happy with my new spot. I think the Jets are the perfect place for me to finally thrive and be my best self. Yeah, that's not happening. No, Sean. Sorry, buddy. Why not? Because the Jets are where quarterbacks go to die. Can't confirm. Gino and I needed years of group therapy to wash off the steak that franchise infected us with. We still meet every other Wednesday. That's because everyone knows the Giants are the superior New York team. Pretty sure they also stink. Yeah, I spent time there too. They're not even. Either way, Giants country, fee-fi-fo-fum. Can you go away? First you steal my job in Pittsburgh and now you follow me to New York? Don't worry, Justin. I'll keep it in line. Oh God, you're here too? Man, the city really does attract weirdos. Wait, am I a weirdo? Yeah, have fun in New York, Justin. Hope you're ready to never make a mistake again unless you want the New York media to chop your balls off. Oh yeah, how are things going in Indy? I'm pretty sure Anthony wants to kill me, but other than that, it's been fine. Hey Daniel, can you watch my pet grizzly bear this weekend? No, and I'm not trying your new sports drink that looks suspiciously like cyanide either. No fun. Well, it's been a couple weeks now. How you guys feeling about your new team?
Okay.
Dude, we all know
I'm distracted enough.
out.
Oh wait, I don't want to go out of YouTube. See, I'm so distracted. I don't even know where I'm going. Let's see. Copyright free music. Check that music. Yeah. Piano. Sound your vision. No TARFs on AI tunes. This new AI tune will blow your mind. Blow your mind? Do I want my mind blown? The thing is, it's got to be long enough. One song ain't gonna do me squat. It's got to be like boat tons of time, so I can not mess with it. Free background music, YouTube. I don't know. 05, what is this? Tomorrow's Thursday already. Can you, jeez. I got work to do. Dang it, what the heck? What is going on here? It's kind of weird how my volume turns itself on when I switch things. Okay. Music for when you need to take a break from the world. I thought it said from World War II. Yeah, 12 hours. I guess we'll go with this bizarre thing. Manhattan Jazz, relaxing jazz piano music. Jazz? Piano. Eh, we'll try this one. You know, people making stuff out of it with a synthesizer. It's like, even when they do, it's like, can you really call that copyrightable? I mean, most of it can be made. I mean, if you have the time. It's not that hard to make synth music, because throw in some beady stuff and some random other little things, and you're not actually playing any music. Or you could even just hit a couple keys every now and then. That's what they're doing. Or they're doing a guitar beat, or a couple of keys here, a couple of keys there. Just stick it in there. It's like, it's not hard. As long as you got that beat going in the background, you got that going. You just be a little creative with it, and you can create your own. I have a synthesizer. I should go make my own nonsense, but I don't want to. So I'm too lazy. I'll let someone else do that with their time. All right. So where was I? Okay. So current problem. Still the same kind of. I've been trying to get so that when I create a user, it instantiates. Let's see. So this should create a user. Let's see if this does. It did kind of go in and whoa, not a user. I'm sorry, a game plan for the user. I don't even know. Cancel. What is this? Create or update game plan. Okay. And that's a service. All right, so I'm. Is this the? Oh. All right. Creates or updates game plan. Returns. All right. So the purpose is here. I was. Oh yeah, I got this thing. Ah, God. I guess I hadn't solved it. I don't have user ID on my game plans. Now the question is why? Because my game plans are going to need a user ID. I should probably just put it on there is what I should do. And that's because I need to be able to associate my game plans to the user who owns them. Because each game plan is owned by a specific user or a default or whatever. I mean, they're going to be created for a particular user or purpose. And a user can have more than one, possibly at some point, have more than one user ID or more than one game plan, because they get one with every one of their teams if they happen to have more than one team. So what's going to happen is I need to assign those game plans to the user ID, because if they change teams or they sign both game plans to one team, it'll orphan their other team, or their other game plan. So we need to make sure that it stays connected to the user, and that's what the user ID is for. Which means I need to stop calling this with a capital D. Because I gotta stop it. Okay. Go to common and go to the API, and I gotta go to the game plan for game plan proto, and this is going to be user ID. Is it optional though? No, game plans have to have an ID, but when they're created. But the user ID has to be assigned when it's created as well. So I'm going to go with not being optional for the game. I'm gonna take that out. And this, I'm turning the lowercase u here. And yeah. Oh, nope. Equals 2. Now we gotta go over to common, and we will hopefully make gen that. Everybody will be happy again. And then we gotta go back over to all the mess I made out of my game plan, because I probably made a few messes out of it. I'm sure it's little stuff, referencing the now changed case. Well, that's actually pretty valid. What do we got here? Hex ID? What the heck is hex ID? Hex ID. Readable ID? What the heck is this? What is going on here? Create or update game plan. Huh. Well, we got a lot of weird stuff going on here. And it's not a capital P. I don't do a capital P on game plan. Alright, that does it. I'm changing it. Control F. We're gonna go case sensitive. Anywhere we see game plan. And we're gonna change that to game plan because that's how it's supposed to be. Oh, I did it again. Dang it. 131, jeez. 18 files with game plan, but capital P. That is case, right? Match case. Yeah, alright. No more of that nonsense. Alright. Basically, just trying to get rid of the capital P in game plan. Getting code actions from Go. What is that? Do not edit. Okay, I don't know what that is, but alright, so where's new ID getting created? Get game plan. Where is this? Oh, it's right here. Get next game plan ID. Alright, well, let's see here. We gotta see what happens if I do this. AI, can you fix my new ID for me? I think it's probably just like needs to be a pointer or something. Proto news. What? Oh, because we're doing what? Oh, yeah, because you're trying to assign a star string to field that expects a string. You need to dereference the pointer variable when assigning to the ID field. Sometimes, is there a way to fix this, like, at the source? Oh, because it's going in as a proto string. Yeah. Grr. Boo. Why do these things do stupid stuff like that? Get game plan. There should be an ID. Has string value and argument to variable type string is string star. Can I do star here? Nope. What does it do? Oh, game plan. It's just so weird how you can pass. You can't pass a string value because this is expecting. Get game plan is expecting a star string. But the question is, why can't I? It is a string. It's not a star string. I was hoping I could. Let's see here. Check errors on this page. Copilot. More new models? Seriously? What's new? I don't see anything new. No, this ain't new. I mean, we already had Gemini 2.5 and ChatGPT 4.1 and Sonnet Thinking 3.7. I don't use these very often, and the only reason this exists on here is because, well, honestly, now that I think about it, I don't think I've closed my Visual Studio today. Maybe I need to close my Visual Studio and restart. Because now that I think about it, I think it's been open since, I don't know, a day or two at least. That goes to show I go to bed, come back, 03 Mini. Oh, that's here. Is that new? I didn't know that was new. I thought I saw that already. 03 Mini. There's 04 Mini already on here. 04 Mini preview. Why would I want 03 Mini if I can do 04 Mini? Are they any good? I don't know. I tried the O's once or twice, and I did get an answer one time when the other ones couldn't get it, but that was a long time ago. I don't know if they're any good. They're OpenAI, which is, interestingly enough, they are ChatGPTs to some extent. In fact, Microsoft, which uses ChatGPT, has been getting a little irritated with OpenAI because they save some of their best stuff for their own stuff. they're not because, you know, Microsoft invested a bunch of money in OpenAI and they wanted them to share with them, but they're not really doing that. They're not giving they're giving like the sloppy leftovers to Microsoft, and they're getting kind of irritated with them. I saw a thing that said Microsoft was getting ticked off with OpenAI. I don't blame them if they have some kind of a deal to keep up, and OpenAI is like, yeah, we'll give you this. We're not using it. Creator update game plan. Okay, so we got creator update game plan. Filter BSON user ID. Where is that? Filter. For existing game plans, update using the documents ID. Should be ID. Wait, are we? In the same function, we are creating. This is unnecessary. May overwrite your readable ID since you're explicitly getting the ID. There's a missing constant. What the heck, man? Just tell me. There's a missing constant declaration prefix game plan. Using get next game plan ID, you should add this at the top of the file. Wait, what? I thought I did. It is at the top of the file. Number 3 is at the top of the types.go file. Did you look at my code before making these suggestions? AI lately has been getting lazy. I'm serious. More and more, I don't know if they're changing it to not be as helpful or what. You know, honestly, I'm starting to believe, my mind is leaning towards, with the AI coming in, and it's going to start taking over jobs and start taking over things. I think what it's going to come down to is people are going to have to start working for themselves more. There will be a lot more self-employed people using AI to build and create their own products. You know, software, it'll help them maybe with their little knick-knacky tools and stuff like that, because it might help them to refine and build and sew and create little things that they want to create. But it's the only way to assure yourself a job. And you can like try to get really good at certain little things, but ultimately if you're not doing something that AI can't do, which honestly AI can't do creative things. I mean, not truly. It can't create stuff. It can merge stuff. Like on YouTube, you'll even see some videos of how AI works. It takes all of this knowledge that already exists and then tries to merge, in some way, create things by way of interpolating it out of things that already exist. And AI is not creative in the way that it's not going to build something new that's kind of cool or kind of neat, because it's new and neat means it doesn't know about it. And it doesn't know it's cool and neat. It doesn't know what people actually want or use, because it doesn't want or use any of the things that we use. It doesn't understand what makes us tick. So people, in order to have a job and confirm that they got income, are going to have to start getting into their own things, using AI, learning how to use it, and learning to apply it to their own day-to-day creativity actions. And people are going to be forced to generate their own income. And I think it'll be more possible because AI will help them and help them get where they need to go and solve the little problems and things that they need to do. But, you know, it could help with, you know, at some point it'll start being able to help with finances, and it won't provide finances, but it'll help you to deal with them. It'll help you to organize and set your plans and keep things going. And I think ultimately that's where it's going. I think just a lot of the kinds of jobs people want to get paid for, companies are going to be like, well, I can just hire, you know, I can just implement my AI because I've got $100 million to just throw at stuff, and AI can come in and I can put some robots in and blah, blah, blah. Working for big companies is going to become harder. So as you grow, you'll start implementing your own people, robots, AI stuff. As you start you can afford the next great thing to help you do that. And so there will be a lot of little businesses out there that are just creating new stuff, hopefully, and stuff that people want and do. And I think it'll start making it possible for people to do the stuff they want to do more, and not be so dependent on others out there. Yeah, the best of the best, they'll get paid stupid amounts of money to work for some of these companies because they're going to want, you know, certain people at certain levels of talent working for them to do things that the AI can't do. But eventually, you know, at some point, that's going to get less and less. It's going to be harder and harder. There'll be less and less jobs. It's going to be scary, actually, unless you can actually make your own thing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make my own thing before that happens. Because obviously nobody wants to hire me. Doesn't matter how much I I feel like I'm getting better at stuff. People don't even look at my resume. They're like, I think I'm blackballed. Somebody somewhere said, yeah, you don't want to hire this guy. He's no good. He don't know what he's doing. Just stay away from him. And be like, what? Why don't you like me? I was, it's funny because for 14 years at my last company, I got glowing reviews and raises every single year. Every year until the last 2 years. And I was just in a wrong job, doing the wrong thing with the wrong people. It just collapsed. It was a terrible, terrible situation. And I didn't know how to get out of it other than I could have quit, I guess. But that would have. I probably should have. I should have put in my 2 weeks notice and got out earlier. I probably wouldn't have had to deal with the backlash. Of course, I probably wouldn't have been able to get unemployment. That was the problem. I needed them to be the instigators of the end. Yeah, well. So what do we got? We still got a bunch of stuff here. Why is this? All right, I'm gonna go try. Let's do agent. I'm getting it from things that I don't even know what these are. I don't know what and readable is. I don't understand why it's having trouble with the game plan ID because it's a string. It's the right string. It's just it's the wrong format of a string. It can't be. It's got to be what they say, deserialized or something. It's kind of weird. I think that basically means I have to take it out and. Let's see what this says. Set up a document. Which one is this? Create or update game plan. Get ID. What is get ID? No, it says it wants me to turn it to a proto format, and I can. What throws me, what I don't like to do is do things different in one place than I did in others, and I'm not sure. Like I haven't seen that before, and I'm like in all my code, I've never had to do the proto format conversion. So why is it asking for it now? That's what throws me off. Is when it asks me for something that wasn't a thing previously. I'm like, why is it just a thing here? Why is this different? Fix the filter for existing game plans. Use ID instead of user ID. Oh, that's fine. Added proper handling of user ID field when creating a new game plan. See, it's not fixing anything. It doesn't know. That didn't even do anything. What the heck, man? AI, sometimes you're kind of dumb. What is this? Get ID. Game plan. Get ID. Let's see. Let's see if I can have AI tell me what this does. Online 174. Can you tell me what get ID is doing? Because my game plan is supposed to be using a user readable ID. So what is get ID doing? Use getter since ID is a pointer in. Looking with them, I can see this code, yeah. Creating methods to generate getter method for the ID field of the game plan structure. Since ID is defined as a pointer to a string in your protocol buffer. Definitions. Automatically created by the protocol buffer compiler. What does this method does? If the ID field is not nil, it dereferences the pointer and returns the string value. Oh, not decode, sorry, dereference. If the ID field is not nil, it dereferences the pointer and returns the string value. If the ID field is nil, it returns an empty string. This is a convenience method that protects against nil pointer dereference errors. Instead of having to check if gameplan.id is nil before accessing gameplan.id, you can safely call gameplan.getID. Okay, so gameplan.getID should be all of these? Nope, that didn't work. Doesn't work there. Stupid thing. What the heck, man? Okay, so why does that not work on line 155? And then why is readable a stupid thing? String value and assignment. Alright, let's go see what Copilot. There's some. Looking at stuff. Ugh, what are you doing now? What are you doing now, you dang thing? How does this create? It could be game plan ID is nil. The game plan function will return in error because it returns game plan nil. Blah, blah. If you have a new game plan being created with only a user ID set, the ID will be nil at this point. To fix this issue, you could modify the code to handle nil ID values and get plan method, or handle the case before calling it. Here's a potential fix. I've updated the creator update game plan method in the game plan store to fix the issue on line 155. The problem was that the code was trying to use get game plan with game plan ID when it could be nil. In the case of create request. Okay. First determine if a new game plan by checking if the ID is nil or empty. Note. Did nothing. Stupid. AI. Sometimes. I'm just going to have to figure this out myself. Determine if this is a create operation based on ID being nil or empty. When will it be nil? I don't think it's ever going to be nil. Let's just see. Because it's not optional anymore. It used to be optional, but I thought, nope. It's not going to be optional anymore as we create it. Alright, so generate IDs for game situations, if not provided. Use get or trans ID. Create a map to track the IDs of situations in the updated plan. Determine if this is a create operation based on ID being nil or empty. Only try to get existing game plan. See, it still doesn't like this. Alright, forget you. Let's try another plan. Let's just see. Let's just see if this can figure it out. Maybe I will just convert to proto whenever it wanted. I don't know why it has to do that. Oh, it's just an ampersand prefix. Well, why didn't you say so? That was different. I still don't understand this readable problem though. Let's go up here. New ID. And where is new ID? New ID is get next game plan ID. Can I change this to a star? Or ampersand star? Pointer, I don't know I still don't know what the ampersand means. I know what the star is. Star means it's a reference, but I don't know what the ampersand means. I should probably look into that. Just so I know, I do know. Sometimes it wants a star, sometimes it wants an ampersand, sometimes it wants none of the above. Did I dereference it? Okay. Insert results. Where is insert results? Declared and not used. Oh. That's pretty easy to fix. I can just do that with this. For new game plan, insert a new document. I'm not sure what just happened, but okay. I think we've almost got it fixed. We're down to 2. Are we all fixed? I think we're all fixed. Okay. Hey, do I have it? I think I have it. Oh, golly, it's all... Well, wait, no, something went downhill when I did whatever I just did. Suddenly, I've got a bunch of yellows. What is going on? It went from a bunch of reds to yellows. Okay, let's just save all first. Maybe it's just because they weren't saved. Okay, so let's go to game plan, which is where I'm at now. And we will try go run dot to build it back up, see if everybody's going to be happy. We are up and running again. So now the big question is, can I... Let's go to common, make sure I didn't not make channel I should have. And then we'll clear this up for future use. And yeah. We've got us a whole bunch of something. Now the question is my game plan going to work correctly in building me a new game plan? Because it has issues from last I worked. So we'll dump do, because that's not going to do anything. Oh, did it actually build the game plan? Did it actually build me a game plan? Well, actually it loaded me a game plan, but let's see what happened there. Let's go look at my database. So we got teams. We have one team with an ID, but no game plan. So that's not quite what I was hoping for. We're going to go ahead and close this. And I am going to dump my database again. And then I'm going to close all of my apps. I wish there was an easy way. There probably is an easy way. I could probably just shut these off. But then they're not safely closing, which is part of the problem, right? You need safe closing so things don't blow up and leave things hanging in nasty states. Make sure everybody's saved. They are. Close all this stuff. And we'll close it all. And we're going to go Control Shift P. And then we're going to say Run Task and All Services. Let's see if I get everybody to start. Oh, I was going to close Visual Studio to see what was there, but I guess you said I already had it. Oops, game plan blew up already. What the heck? I just built it. It obviously is not 100% and happy. Coach is a little broken too. What the heck? Well, wait, I know I did a mass change for stuff. What is going on? Oh, because I had to do... Is there another? Oh my gosh. Another situation? Yep. Capital G. Game plan needs to become capital G M E P L A N. Man, 546. What the heck? Do I have five? How do I have game plan written so many times? Oh my gosh. I don't know what these are, but file, save all. Alright, so we also need to go to Common API. I'll go back up here, make gen. Oops, nope. Just to make sure everything built. Then I gotta close it all again. See what everybody's complaining about. Coach doesn't have any errors in it anymore. I do have one error in user account though. Create user. What is the problem here? truck literal uses unkeyed fields. Unkeyed fields? Wait, new game plan ID. I think this is incorrect. Why does it pass a game plan ID? Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Create a new empty game plan. And we'll just do that. Alright, now, hopefully. Well, I'm not seeing any bugs, but that could just be that it hasn't compiled yet, because sometimes it like gets stuck in a long wait between compiles. So I guess we'll find out. Be right back. I'm gonna go get water. Alrighty. Do you ever have one of those days where you just feel like I'm drained? Sometimes, you know, you just have a fair amount of things going on and you just feel a little just tomorrow's Thursday again. It's like this week flies by, this project flies by, everything's just flying by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we're fully up, I think, now and running. So let's go ahead and go run my app again. I've cleared the database, so the database is gone. Everything's broken and dead. Now it reinitialized everything when I restarted, because that's part of how I designed it. So all of my database and all of my stuff got rebuilt. Interesting, it let me log in though, because oh wait, I dumped the database. How'd that happen? That shouldn't even be allowed. How did I get here with a dumped data? I could have swore I dumped the database. Did I not dump the database? Oh, I could have swore I dumped the database. Oh, golly. That means I gotta do this all over again. Drop database. It's definitely gone. I'm gonna close this. I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Hard shoot. Hard kill. All right, so let's go ahead and just get a nice, fresh Visual Studio going here, which I have not opened in a long time, or reopened in a long time. Now, hopefully I didn't orphan a bunch of ports and screw up everything. All right, now. Fantastic. Now, ideally, I'm able to see I kind of set it up so that it's able to rebuild its own database and just restructure everything. Now, granted, this is like, there will come a point when I can't do that anymore, I would imagine, or I want to avoid it at all costs because I start having data in there and, you know, resetting the databases. Only something you can do in the early days when you don't have anything there. And I'm working with like one account. You start putting a bunch of accounts in, you got to start saving them and creating dummy data and just a lot more stuff. All right, let's see where we're at. So now I should be taken back to the login. Now there's a problem with my login. It's a tiny one. I haven't bothered to figure it out because it's not like causing me any consternation or anything. But right here, oops, whoa. Whoa, hey, hello. Right here, it takes me back to the login screen instead of just logging me in. And then I click login and it works, but I don't know why it's kicking me back to the login screen instead of, and it's actually not logged in. It's like it created the account but didn't log me in. So something got dropped. See, and then it creates this. I dumped the database, but where did it get this data from? It's like there's not supposed to be any data in this database. How is it doing that? It's like, I mean, it's there, it got created, but there's not supposed to be any data. Got GPO1, okay. So we got one. It's kind of weird because where did it get that record? That's not the default. Oh, is it the default? First and 10, 15 minutes. No, because minus 21 and 10 are not valid defaults. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's getting that. How is that even? Where is it getting that? There is no game plan with a situation in it. This is an empty game plan. There's only one of them in here. Is it cached? That's got to be cached. Right, coach. Tell me what you're doing, man. How is it getting a game plan with a record in it? And where is that coming from? Is there like authors, backers, formations, game plans? Is this game plan associated to anything, like a user? Teams? Oops. Okay, so this is really weird. So the team is created correctly, but there is no game plan associated. And yet it's getting a game plan. How is it doing that? What the French fries is happening here? That's not supposed to even be possible. It's like, wait, what? What is going on? See, calling game plan service with game plan blah, not found. Okay, so we have a not found. That's fine. And then I go to game plan. This is executing game plan, blah, 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 blah. Creating update game plan. Creating game plan without user ID. Retrieving game plan not found. Get game plan called with request, game plan not found. Game plan with ID not found, not found. Retrieving game plan not found. Get game plan called with request, game plan not found. Game plan with ID not found, not found. There's something going on right there. That there is not ideal. Jeez. So when I created the user, all right, let's try something else. Let's try a different approach to this situation. Game plan. Let's just say game plan ID empty. We're just gonna empty it out. Team does not have an associated game plan. But how? The thing is, it's gotta have one. That's the thing. I should never have a game plan. I should be able to have get game plan, and we have game plan ID. Game plan ID is not found. All right, go back to my game plan. But this game plan, which is this, get game plan request, has nothing in it. Without a user ID, we can't associate it to the user. If we create a game plan and pass that ID back to the user, all right, I obviously have a broken flow here. There's bad flow. There's bad flow going on here. So I'm gonna try something here. Something is not flowing correctly. When do I have, see, that's just it. When I create this user, I think what it comes down to is this create user is not doing what it's supposed to. That's what it comes down to. So create user. So is it register? Maybe it's register. No, register is coming from, oh, here's create user. So it goes here. Generate, create user. Create a new empty game plan. So when I created a user in the database, all right, I'm going to try something. I'm going to go, I don't know why the database didn't work right or what it was doing. I'm going to dump this user. Delete document, yes. So now we have no user. We have no user team. We have no game plan at all. I'm dumping it. It's going completely away. I'm even going to go to the counters. And where the heck is the game plan counter? Oh, counter, documents. There it is, game plan. We're going to delete the game plan counter. We're even going to dump, I'm going to dump all these counters. I'm going to let them rebuild themselves. Well, I guess it doesn't matter with the user. There's probably not any. I'm sorry, the player. Alright, so now we have no game plans, no users, no teams. I don't care about this other stuff. We should be fine. Playbook, game rules, game plans, formations. And then we will just go ahead and refresh just for funsies. So we have nothing in the database. It is totally nothing. Nothing of relevance. Oh, I should get rid of this guy. So the database is empty-ish, but all the important stuff, it's empty. Alright, so now I'm going to go back to here, and I'm going to run it again. Now I assume everybody's still running. Okay, so everything's still running. So we're going to go to my account. I go here, 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 here. And then we hit register. Now at this point, there should be some stuff. Go back to the database. Now we're going to go, I'll refresh the database. So we got auth users, we got one record. We have counters. We should have one for everybody. Game plan, everybody's got a counter. Okay. Now we have game plans, which should be associated to the user. It is not, and there's not even a user ID on that game plan. Okay, so there's definitely a break in that game plan creation. Because it's got to have the user. I got to figure out how to get a user back to that. And maybe that's my problem. And then I go to teams, show more, show more, show more, team. And once again, we're missing key elements. Okay, so I have to, yeah, we're not getting things. We are definitely a problem here. And then we'll go back to counters, user ID, delete. I don't know, I'm just doing this because I want to. Okay, so everybody. Okay, so when I go to this service, creator update game plan, no, not wrong one, user. And we're doing, something is missing. Can you look at my entire code base and trace why the new game plan created during create user is not getting a user ID assigned, and the new team that was created is not getting the new game plan assigned, the new game plan ID assigned to it. Something is definitely failing in the path of creating game. I mean, in the meantime, I think the problem might be that I'm still not providing a game plan to the creator update game plan, but I think the empty game plan is supposed to be getting the user ID. That's what I think is happening, but it's, there it is right there. So if I were to actually go in here and type user ID, and then we have to get that, but where is the user ID coming from? Well, it's coming from where I'm at, which is what? User ID is coming from generate custom user ID. Okay, so we have this new user ID. Generate custom user ID? Oh. Oh, so we're creating the new user. We've just signed in, logged in, we create, okay, so yeah, that's gonna be the right one. So we're gonna have that user ID, goes in, gets a game plan, creates it. The team has the new user ID assigned to him. But what it's not getting is the new game plan ID. Oh, look, all other fields are left empty intentionally. No, they're not. Why isn't it assigning the new game plan ID? Oh, there's a problem. Game plan ID. It's supposed to be coming from the game plan ID. Aha. All right, so that should link it to. I still don't understand how it created a game plan ID, a game plan with data in it. That threw me off. That is like, what is going on? It's like, I know I have some defaults, but they are not those. No, it's going to do some stuff, and I'm going to tell it to take a hike because I already fixed it. Be like, I don't know what you want, but I'm gonna toss whatever you three did out, because you didn't even do it right the first time. Why would I trust you to do it the 50th time if I had to go fix it myself? Oh, there it is. Oh, there is a 21 in there. Why do I have leading by 21 as a default? Or losing by 21 as a default? Wow, that is a default. So I'm trying to figure out, do I even need a default? I think the only reason I need it is to identify the fields that are supposed to be in it. So I need a default situation, but I think the whole... I don't know, is there a way to... Is there a way not to... Because that's like, it identifies the columns, right? So if you go get something and it just has 5 columns in it, but you need 20, it's not going to know to add the 20. So it doesn't do the stuff it's supposed to do because it can't find those fields. I just need them to be in the code. If I send back an empty situation, it'll be like, I don't know what to do with this. There's no situations in here. It'll go, eh. That's why I'm trying to give it a generic, but I don't really want a generic. I think ultimately what I'm doing is I'm going to create a game plan that I want as the norm, as the default, and then I'm going to use that instead. I'll just load a generic game plan. It's going to be my seed data. Because I think eventually I want to have a game plan, but I'm going to use seed data game plan instead. And it's going to be with valid entries, valid stuff in it. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I don't care what you did. Look, you did exactly what I did, except it tried to put in a P. Why is it doing a capital P? Who told you to use capital P's on my game plan? No, we're undoing all that. I don't know where it's getting capital P from. I don't have game plan. I don't have a capital P anywhere. Go away. File. Disable. I'm going to go back to my common though. What the heck? What the heck sound is that? See, the guy who made this, he's just going in every now and then. What's he going? That's what he's doing. It's right in the middle of it. Every few seconds I hear it. Here it comes. Oh, he's not going to do it again. It just sounds like, come on, man. Stop doing dumb stuff in the music. I'm skipping. Let's go to, why does it keep saying update? Oh, there is something weird about this. All right. Let's create an account again. So that was a default record. But once I create an account now, it should be fully attached to something, hopefully. 0101 1980 1980. Register. Log in. Click. Now we have it. Is it attached the way it's supposed to be though? refresh this nonsense. Click here. Oh, it is not attached. It did not attach it. You're stupid. Did it at least get the user ID assigned to it? That would be good. Did anything happen correctly in this? Game plan. Game plan refresh. Nope. User ID did not get assigned either. Even though I did. Oh wait, did I? Oh, you know what? I may not have. I may not have stopped this. And I might have to stop user account too. And I say enter and enter. And I'm gonna go user get bash. Go run. Nope. CD PFSN coach. Oh, no, is it not coach? Should have been coach. What did I close? Oh, game plan. Alright, we gotta go up here, do it again. CD PFSN // user account. Go run dot. And since gateway probably is choking because I closed its stuff. Gotta go gateway. CD PFSN, go and MS. Gateway. Go run dot. Okay. Yeah. So now I gotta, let's go create a different user. Let's just see what happens. That user's invalid though. I mean, until it works, it's an invalid user, so I might as well just get rid of it. It's not going to work if it's not set up right. This is why it's just easier to reset the database. I'm really getting antsy to start doing some cool UI stuff, but I gotta keep plugging away at this until I get the back end working. I'll be glad. Do I want to say 1908? What the heck? Stop it. 1980. There you go. Go back here, log in. Alright, now what do we got? Are we still just as bad? At least it can't be because I didn't. Now I won't be able to blame not running the code again, recompiling it, building it again. This does not by any means mean things are fixed. Just, I mean, it might be. Ah! Look at that! I got a game plan assigned. Yes, and the user. Yay! We now have a game plan assigned to the user and to the team. So now I can go to game plan and refresh. So it should show the user ID. Yay! Yay! Oh, goody. Now I've officially got a working legitimate game plan. Okay. well, it's working in that it's been created. Whether or not I've got all the little bits and parts to make this work. Okay, so what do I need now? I have kind of gotten this thing working now. I've got it saving, connecting, setting up. I could theoretically create a complex game plan right now for the offense. I should probably do that just for the sake of having a good seed. So let's create one with something that I think should cover every offensive scenario to some extent. So basically, the idea is to be able to come up with a generic game plan that has what you should do at the bare minimum in every situation. And I'm going to go with on fourth down, no matter what, unless, and let's see, more than 40 yards? Okay, more than 40 yards. So, more than 40 yards to go. Fourth down and more than 40 yards to go to goal. We kick a field goal, or we punt. I don't have other stuff in mind like timeouts and stuff set up. I gotta do that. That's a whole nother piece of the game plan situation. But the type will be punt, kick. That's it. What does it say? So on fourth down and more than 40 to go. Oh, can we have fourth down? No. More than 0 to go. Can't have less than 0 to go. Okay. And then leading by, doesn't matter. How about leading by less than what's that, leading by less than 20? All right, we'll do this. Greater, this one's kind of tricky. So it's leading by less than, more than -10. No, we'll even go -14 because I'm just gonna let it go. Leading by, oh, -14, sorry. -14. So basically, if you are not more than 14 points behind, you will always punt on fourth down. That'll cover every fourth down scenario, mostly. Okay. Now, let's go see, first of all, oh wow, we got some errors. Boo! This is likely caused by the value changing from a defined to undefined. So something went wonkers. What happened? Game plan. Well, first of all, did we actually get our game plan to adjust? So where did it blow up is the question. No, it did not even change. There's no situation. So that blew up before I even got back here. What happened here? Retrieving game plan, GPO 1. Creating game plan, user ID, user 1. User 1, error, creating such updating game plan. Failed to insert game plan, right exception. Duplicate key. Wow, why would you have a duplicate key? You're updating a game plan, not deleting it. Well, let's see. This was supposed to be creating or updating game plan. And we'll go over to game plan service. Why am I getting a duplicate key error? When updating game plan. Should just be updating it, not deleting, not creating. I think my keyboard pad is starting to wear out. That's not good. This is an expensive keyboard. I expect this keyboard to last for decades. I mean, I know keyboards are expensive. Some good keyboards are expensive. I have one of those Kinesis keyboards. It's a split keyboard. I mean, literally splits. Like there's a cord that connects left half from right half, and it's slanted. So my hands sit like this, nice and angled all the time. It only works good if you're a touch typist. I tell you, it's a pain in the rear if you're a hunt pack, because you're like, things are not where you expect, and that's the problem. They said, well, this is cool for touch typists, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna mangle the keys. And they put all the shifts on the bottom, and I'm like, no, can't. I'm looking around going, what? Don't want to be looking at the keyboard when you're using the shift buttons, because you will confuse yourself as to when to use them. Right. So they changed the comment. That's not really helpful. I'm not sure what to do with that. It's like, yeah, we got you fixed. Here, let's just correct this comment. You'll be good to go. It's like, no, I don't think that's doing anything. Here in your game plan service, the problem is that the function store.go. Let me explain what's happening. When you try to update an existing game plan, the function correctly recognizes this as an update operation, not a new game plan. That's good. That's what it's supposed to do. But it's like, just like it's doing like exactly what's. However, the issue occurs in how the MongoDB document is constructed for updating. In the update case, the code is correctly using the existing ID for filtering, but it's still including the user ID field in the update document, even though it shouldn't be modifying the field during an update. Wait, why not? I mean, it shouldn't, but MongoDB has a unique index on the user ID field. So when it tries to update with the same user ID that exists in another document, it causes the duplicate key error. So user ID is a non-optional, I guess that's kind of true. It is non-optional, it needs to be there. The game plans need to be connected to somebody. Somewhere under the rainbow. I fixed it, he says. Oh yeah? What you do? For existing game plans, update using the document's ID. Alright, let's see what that does. We will try this again. Fourth and greater than 0 and more than 40 to go, and we're leading by greater than negative 14. Nope. No way the negative won't go in first. It's kind of weird. I don't know how to do this in a better way. I'm almost thinking I might need to add a trailing by. But if you it's almost like you can't do leading by and trailing by, so I got to figure out how to like disable one if you add something to the other. Because I don't want to be trailing by 7. Well, I guess you could, but why would you have a condition that's both when you're trailing and when you're leading? I guess you could run your normal game plan when you're getting your butt kicked. Just say, screw it, we lost. That's when you go into give up mode, right? Okay, no error, but it didn't add it to my list. It did clear it. So either didn't reload it correctly, nope, it still didn't save it. So now it says it saved it, but is there any right exception? Duplicate key error. Nope, still whatever you did, buddy, didn't work. Oh wait, never mind. Wait a minute, let me try something. I forgot I have to shut down the game plan process. Let me try that again. Now I'll try it again. Oh, bummer, I have to do it again. And greater than 0. I'm actually thinking I'm going to allow decimals in the game. So you can actually be, because then it's just inches. It'll be translated as inches, but you could have 0.1 yards and 0.5 yards and point whatever yards, and then it translates to inches. I haven't decided what that is in inches. I mean, you know, it's not that half is 6 inches, you know, a quarter is 3 inches, but, and you round up for the purposes of all records and stats anyway, or round, no, you have to have a full yard, so you always round down. You always round down. In fact, you basically take the integer value because that's how it works. Why is it, what? That's supposed to allow 140. It's not supposed to be there. Boo! Failed again. Now it doesn't have an excuse. Now it does not have an excuse for failing. Okay, so why is it creating a new game plan for user 1? That is really weird. Why is it creating updating game plan? No ID this time. That's not good. It's actually worse. It's lost its mojo. Creator update game plan. Game plan. I come in here. State ID is create request equals blah. Is create request? No. Else print update existing game plan with ID. Game plan dot ID. Wait. Oh, it's just a print. Okay, so validate each situation before creating or updating. Alright, so we're going to validate the situation. Then we have the game plan, which is going to be whatever we set. But this is not working. I am so confused. Creating new game plan for so for 1, game plan is create request. Game plan ID. How come game plan ID is empty right there? it should not be, because the game plan ID is, let's go here and it says GP001. So unless there's something happened that it, all right, I'm just gonna go with some one. Fourth greater than 0, but all right, creating, why does this keep saying creating new game plan? Why is it trying to create a new game plan? Something is still wrong. It is trying to create a new game plan. Creating new game plan for user. Yeah, creating update game plan. Creating updating game plan. Blah, user ID blah. How? Creating / updating. I don't think it's, something's not right. Something's definitely not right. Creating a new game plan for user, and then it just says creating new game plan for user 1. Hello, this is getting let's do a print line format dot. So is my game plan not coming in with anything? Create update game plan. Create or update game plan is being called from, who's calling this? Is that being called from the gateway? It's got get game plan. No, it's not being called from there. Is it the game plan? Create or update game plan. So it is calling create or update game plan handler, which then calls create or update game plan background request. Format inline creating updating game plan with request. Fine. All right, so we're going to try and just see what the gateway is calling game plan service. Control C. Try and start that up again. And we are still running here, so let's go ahead and try. Okay. Yeah. Greater than 0. Alright, so first of all, did the gateway do that? It did. Creating or updating game plan. Request. User ID 1. All right, so with request, so my game plan is not returning the game plan ID. That's the problem. My game plan request is not returning the game plan. All right, so well, at least I kind of know what the problem is. So the request is game plan. The game plan should have a user ID in it, but somehow we're not getting it fully back. So I think that is the front end's fault. So we gotta go to the game plan. We are getting it, passing it in, but then it's not returning it with the what we need here. So we have game plan data is this. We have save game plan. So we have a user ID, but what we don't have is a fully fleshed out game plan. So we have game plan data here, and I need to go over to the coach and look at the game plan and go, hey buddy, why are you not working right? Show get game plan, set game plan. Situations. Save game plan. Alright, so we have the game plan data. Okay, so before I can call this the game plan, I gotta make sure my game plan has actually got the game plan ID. It does seem that perhaps it's coming in when I do the fetch and not saving the game plan with the ID. Fetch game plan. Fetch play types, don't want that. Set response. So are we passing in? Oh, we are passing in the game plan data. So that's coming in from here. Which means I have set game plan. So I gotta have this data, it's gotta have an ID in it. Ah. Alright. We will do that. Oops. Greater than 0. We will punt. So this is what it's sending back. And none of that has situations, but no IDs. So are we getting the ID is the question. Oops. Aha. Aha. We have a user ID, but we don't have a game ID. So we're not sending it back. So the get game plan or fetch game plan is not working correctly. It's not returning the whole thing. Why are you only returning part of the plan? Oops. All right, so man, it's Thursday tomorrow. I keep saying that, but I haven't studied my lines at all this week. Shame on me. I kind of have we're doing the last act tomorrow, along with going back to the beginning, but I've got to last scene, because we only have scenes. We don't have any acts. Acts are what? Big versions of scenes. Axorog. Axor arrest point. Act 1. Those are pretty good. Alrighty, I'm fresh. I'm ready to go. An hour and a half left for me to make some progress. So its get game plan is not returning the whole game plan. It's not returning with the game plan ID for whatever reason. Wait. Now it seems the front end is not receiving the game plan ID with the rest of the game plan. It is getting the user ID and the situations, but the game plan ID it is not. So and I don't see, maybe it's this thing? Maybe I gotta look at what get game plan is. Is it somewhere formatting it somehow? There is an ID in the game plan. In the store? Get game plan. Ensure game situation is initialized. How can we have two? Problem is in how MongoDB data is being decoded and then passed back in the JSON response. Looking at the back-end store.go code and the front-end receiving code, I can see a case-sensitive issue when handling the ID field. Here's what's happening. In the MongoDB code, when MongoDB decodes a document piece, but mapping to ID field. Serialized to JSON for the front end, the field is being converted to lowercase ID due to the proto JSON tag. The front end might be expecting ID, uppercase I. Let's fix the issue by ensuring proper field case. Alright, so in the game plan proto file, the game plan message defines blah blah blah. However, there seems to be an issue with how the data is being encoded, decoded between MongoDB and the JSON response. So it's saying there's a problem with my BSON here. Huh, there's no BSON definition. Couldn't we just update the BSON definition for the game plan? Seems we don't. The game plan ID seems we don't have one. I'm thinking front end is not expecting anything with the ID. It just gets the data. So whether it deals with it or not. No, I don't want it to be optional. But I can do this. Fuck. Was it optional already? Why would it be optional? I don't want that optional. Should not be optional. Because we shouldn't be able to create. I'm not gonna mess with it. I mean, it should be fine. I should be forcing it. Let's see what it did. I'm trying to make a bunch of changes. All right, what did it do? Create a custom map to ensure field names are consistent. Create a custom map to ensure field names are consistent. Alright, fine. Fine, we'll keep it. Other places do that. It's pretty constant. It's pretty constant, so we'll leave it. We're going to go to game plan again. Control C. Go on dot. Don't think I need to. I don't think I changed any proto items. Gateway. Let's go ahead and close this, reopen this. Should give me a catch over here so I can see. Nope, still doesn't have a game plan ID. Still does not have a game plan ID. Let's go look at my proto. No, actually, let's go see what it looks like in my game plan. It's lowercase ID, underscore ID. Yep, it's underscore ID right there. Okay, well. Okay, game plan call with request, game plan GPO1. So it's still not quite right. Get game plan ID. In the game plan proto file, game plan message defines ID. Now let's fix the game plan functions for consistent handling. Nope. Front end is still not getting the ID. I am looking directly at the object turned. So it is not yet trying to write it. So I am seeing exactly what game plan service is sending. And there. And so I just, every time I type no, I type not. My fingers just go NLT. It's like, even though I'm like, I come back like, not, no, it was supposed to be no. No, there's not a chance that I did the thing where I didn't save everything, right? Okay, no, everything's saved. Usually when you accept stuff from the agent that is updated, it will save it. I mean, it saves it when you say that. When you say yes, keep it. Here's what happened. Your game plan is struct and type.go has proper BSON tags. But this is not the struct that's being serialized to JSON set. The issue is that the protocol buffer generated struct is BP game plan doesn't have the BSON tag. And that's what's actually being used for the API. Let's look at the store information to see how the data is being converted. I'm gonna go look at my proto buffs. One of the things I've noticed about this stuff is it will not suggest fixing the proto buffs. It'll say, oh, I looked at your proto buffs and it has this, so now we have to fix everything else. I said, well, you know, I have to ask you, so why don't you just ever suggest we fix the proto buffs? Is the proto buffs something we can fix? I mean, I'm not like bound to them. I don't have a problem with fixing the proto buffs if there's something we can do. They're easy to fix generally, but it does appear there's no, you can't set the BSON tags here anyway. I was looking to see if BSON tags could be, oh look, it's doing something here. Oh, that's store. It jumped me to the store. Oh my gosh, what is it doing? Is it doing like a letter for letter comparison? Oh no. Yeah, that is, no, I'm not doing that. Look at that. It's gonna, no, that is not the answer. You failed. I'm not doing that. That's stupid. Sorry. That's stupid. Okay, so we're just going to go done with you. Let's go, I'm going to go try root code. Let's see what root code can do. It's using Gemini. I have Gemini on the other one, but I'm just going to see if, you know, root code is formatty different, you know, just see if it's got a better idea. My app, I don't know, workspace? Sure. I don't know if it's the same, but maybe. My front end. PFFM web is calling the get game plan function through the gateway service. Then the game plan service through the gateway service. And the game plan is being returned. Sends plan ID. User ID and situations correctly turned. I need the ID present for saving the game plan after changes. The ID field is properly tagged. Now let's examine the game plan service code to see how the get game plan function works. Okay, the store gateway seems to handle the ID correctly. It fetches the document, decodes it into the map, and then explicitly assigns. Since the game plan service and alright, the gateway code of game plan gateway explicitly includes ID in the response map. This confirms blah 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 blah. You found the issue. I did? If you, oh gosh. Try that again. Define this as refusing, but it does not contain the definition for the game plan messages. The gateway code uses game plan service client. Root wants to. Okay, we found the protobuf coming. However, there's a potential mismatch in how the ID is handled between the database and the protobuf message during the retrieval. Use an intermediate map to decode. It looks a little bit more. It looks a little less evasive, for sure. Okay. Well, it says it fixed it. It says that thing I did fixed it. So, guess we'll find out. Let's go Control C. All right. What's the worst that can happen? Not work? Aha! There's an ID. GPO1. Yay! Alright, so now what I need to do is look at the game plan. data, which is way down here, when we do a save. I just want to look at this. There should be a user ID in it, assuming it's taking the game plan as is and managing it accordingly. Alright, so if I go fourth and greater than 0, we're going to punt. Aha, we have a GPO1 and a user and the array of stuff. But something didn't load back up. Dang, McNabbitschwitz. Well, it got it. It had the ID this time. Create interrupting game plans across 001 situations. Updating existing game plan. Oh, now we didn't even get any response. Dang gammit. Dang gammit nabbit. Updating existing game plan. Well, we do have updating existing game plan with ID here, and it put down the right one. And did we actually do anything? I don't think we did. Oh, we did. It put it in. It just didn't reload. Well, what the heck? Huh. So, what the heck happened? Component is changing a controlled input to be uncontrolled. Reactive controlled components. So, that's weird. All right, so now we have a new problem. What is going on? So after the save, what is supposed to happen according to this? Well, hey, is it progress, or are we just pushing the problem down the line and got to roll all the way to the end? Situations. So we have a save game plan. Save is successfully happening, but it's not loading. It's not resetting the game plan. Alright, let me see what I can figure it out here. Okay, on save of my game plan, it successfully writes the changes to the database. However, at that point, the changes should be reflected in the game plan .jsx in the situations component. Situations.jsx component with new items appearing as existing, removed items disappearing, and a blank new row for adding new situations. Currently, the blank row is setting is Okay, so let's go back up here. I just want to see what this looks like when it loads. It should look like correct. It's going to have two situations in it. Oh, it does not. Okay, wait a minute. It only has the one? Even though I... Okay, I am confused. How does it only have one? It has two. Both set is offense. I have the right down, the right distance. Oh, it didn't save the 40 on here either. Goal distance was, oh, I may have forgot to put that in. No, I just said punt. That's right. It was a very generic one because I didn't know if it was going to work. You did? Oh, no, we're on the wrong page. I was going to say, you don't generally do that here. Modify the game plan function to fetch the updated game plan after saving. Well, fetch the updated game plan and update the response state. The thing is, it's not working. It's like, why is it not loading it? It's like it's only taking... When I click on here, my data's only got one. Why am I not getting the full? Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Why would it? I mean, how would it only even get one? Gosh dang nabbit. Okay, now the get game plan is only returning one situation. When I add a situation, it is successfully saved to the database, but no matter how I reload, only one situation is returned in the game plan. That is so weird. What, is there like a stopper? It's only taking one item from the array? It's supposed to get all of all. Why is it only getting... Wait a minute. Why is it saying a default situation here? If no situation... After successfully finding the game plan document, attempting to decode all the game situations from the database, there's this block of code. This code checks if game plan situation is empty after trying to load them. If it is empty, perhaps due to mapping, it overwrites the game situation slice with a new slice containing only. This explains why you're only ever seeing one situation, even if the database has multiple situations. Goes wrong during the mapping, or if the array was empty. The default situation logic should only run if the entire game plan document isn't found, which is already handled correctly in the Mongo. Save. Okay. Alright, and go back. Try again. Nope. I mean, didn't break anything, but it didn't fix it. Oh, I'm just spending too much time on tedious things. So we have set game plan. For some reason, it's still coming back empty. Right, it's why is the get only ever getting fetched? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's only returning one. Oh, you didn't fix my problem, because that didn't fix my problem. Oh, wait. You know what? Maybe it did. God, remember to restart my code. I changed crap. Oh, now we have no situations. That's even worse. We went from 1 only to 0. Ugh. Great gurgly murgly. Brew code, you're a dummy. Yeah, I was thinking you might be onto something, and you, my friend, are a dummy sometimes. Still, it all exists. All right, let's go back to a Claude. See what Claude can do. Or, I don't know. I blame root code. It's just the app housing the AI. So it's Gemini that's stupid. Get game plan is finding the game plan, but not returning any situations. The game plan. What is this? I don't now manually create a PP game plan from the document. Is this my get game plan? It is the get game plan. So let's see what's going on here. First, try to find it. So we do. Nil. Game plan with ID not found. Well, we are finding it. It isn't having trouble finding it. In fact, it returns stuff. Explicitly set the ID from the document. Handle it. Check it if it's a string or object ID. If it's an object, convert it to a hex string. God, Molly. It feels like a lot of long-winded crap here. Explicitly set the ID from the document. Handle ID. Check if it's a string or object. Set the user ID field as present. Get the user ID field if present. Handle game situations. This is more complex and may need detailed conversion. Oh, this is stupid. It doesn't need this. Something is totally... Oh, God. thought I told it no on this piece. Pretty sure I deleted that. Said don't do it. But somehow it ended up in there anyway. If play okay. I gotta parse out some of this stuff. My files are getting too big. I gotta start making them into smaller, more readable chunks. Like this whole bit right here needs to just go. I'm gonna delete it all. I have to reset it to be something more basic. I mean, why is it checking every single field? The only problem I had was ID. So why did it put in a test for every freaking field? I don't know. I thought I saw that and I said, no, we're not doing that. That's dumb. And I said, no, and it did it anyway. That's the problem with letting the code be edited. Shouldn't have did it. Oh, God, so bad. I don't have to do this for any other field, any other data. So this is just dumb. Get rid of all of that. I'm okay with that nonsense. Whatever. It's doing all this. What is? Oh man, it is just adding so much crap. I'm not doing it. Cancel. I just can't. I can't take it. It's killing me to look at this. Alright, so I'm gonna do something kind of weird. I'm gonna delete this. And I am going to get the user ID field if present. Get the user ID field if present. Explicitly set the ID from the document. Now, manually create a PP game plan. Now, manually create. Get game plan by ID returns a game plan for the given user ID. First, try to find ID directly, which should be our formatted ID. Use an intermediate map to decode the MongoDB document. Sometimes I think generate a new ID for the default game plan. See, it has a create down here. Why am I? new game plan. Get next game plan ID. If it's a new document, add creation timestamp. Game plan. Generate a new idea for the default game plan. Why are we? Given ID. Only try to get existing game plan if we have an ID. It's a new game plan ID. Set up the document for MongoDB operation. If it's a new document, add creation timestamp user ID. Is new game plan doc equals now. So yeah, our new game plans insert a new document. Our existing game plans. His new game plan. Add default situation. Which it won't be. Should not be a default game plan. This whole thing should not even exist. Should only get an error. That's all I want. I'll just do this. I'm gonna go down here. And then we're gonna say is new game plan. Set up the document for MongoDB operation. If it's a new document, add creation timestamp. Document's not found, mark as a new game plan. This should not be a document game plan. Error fetching existing game plan. Nope. Oops, wait. Oops, nope, go back. Never mind. Let's go a little higher up here. Get game plan. Alright, so let's do this. I'm giving it a generic starting point so it doesn't doesn't try to rebuild a bunch of other crap into this. Chain error. Failed to generate ID. Failed to generate ID. Read that. Format error. No game plan found for ID. Turn other errors as normal. Oops. Now, manually create a PB game plan from the document. Game plan ID is required. First, try to find ID directly, which should be our format ID. Use an intermediate map to decode the MongoDB document. Now, manually create a PB game plan from the document. Set the user ID field if present. Focus only on fixing that function. If need be, I can update the proto file and or the types.go struct in order to get set up concisely as possible. So I'm starting it kind of from scratch. I dumped all the crap, trying to stop making it build around a bunch of garbage that's been built into it that I didn't feel needed to be there anyway. It was kind of ridiculous. I just needed to return based on get an ID, return the record. I mean, that's all. It's simple. Hopefully this isn't going to be 1,000 pages long. Why is it doing this? Extract all the other fields. Is there not an easier way to get data? I've never had to do this before. This is not... Oh, God. Alright, I don't want to try someone else. I've never had to look at every single field like that for any other record, and I've had other records. And in fact, this was working fine at a point. Let's see what ChatGPT can do. What is the best way to update/edit this get game plan to simply return the full game plan object based on included game plan ID. Provided game plan dot ID. Needs to return all return user ID return all properties of the game plan struct. Feel free to suggest changes to the proto or the struct to make it be as concise as possible. Alright, we're gonna see if ChatGPT is any less wordy. Two, proto structure and proto. Your proto is already concise, but ensure all fields you want to persist are present and named to match your MongoDB document fields. Go struct. Make sure your struct takes bsound JSON. Match the proto fields names. It's like ChatGPT doesn't want to look at your code. I mean, it looks at this page. Please take a look at all the mentioned files and let me know what changes I should make. Give me the exact same. What is direct decoding? What is it talking about? Oh, it says, oh, it's decoding right there. Alright, let's try this. Can't be worse. Because the way it was is pretty freaking bad. And that's way concise, comparatively speaking. Alright, ensure field name consistency. Pretty sure they do, but ID, user ID. pretty sure my change only the game plan function as shown above in store.go. No other files need to be changed unless your program already. If you want to be concise and robust, always decode directly. Alright. Okay, now when you take a look at the create or update game plan function, something when the game plan is newly created, trying to add a default situation, but something is not correct. Alright, let's try it again. Go to gateway. Now I go back over here. Close this. Reopen this. We have two game situations. We have two situations, and unfortunately our ID is empty. But it's close. Now it loaded them all up. Yay! Although it changed to past medium instead of the bunt. No, oh no, never mind. It's right. And it didn't save a 0. Oh, why don't I have a 0? Oh. 0 is coming back as a nil. So I can't have more than 0. I have to have greater than 1. What if it's less than 1? So I have to set up a situation where it's... I can't put negative in. It has to be allowed greater than 0. I have to fix that. Or, because I can't say, or I can say less than 2. Or I could say less than fourth and less than 30. I'd have to have one that's fourth and less than 30 and fourth and more than 1. I'd have to have 2 in there. That's all I need. That's all I'm saying. But I'd rather just allow 0. But I probably should make these go null is what I should do. They should be empty unless somebody puts a 0 in. So null is null and empty is 0. Okay, I'll fix that. But we did not get an ID, so we're not going to save. All right, so great. Almost there. I think. Get game plan. So not is returning an empty string for the game plan ID and not the value. The value fetch and not the value. Why is it not? How can I update my struct to match the Mongo? How can I update the struct to match the Mongo database? You're back. How's it going, man? I am just trudging along, sludging along, trudging along. I don't know, whatever the word is. Trying to get this dang thing to do everything it's supposed to do. 1 second it's loading correctly and it doesn't have the right IDs, and the next second it's loading incorrectly. It's like 1 second it'll load correctly, but have all the wrong, or it won't have all the situations in it. The next time I get the situations fixed, now it won't show the ID. And then the stupid AI wants to write like 15 pages of line-by-line code. I'm like, no, that's not going to be the problem. I need to fix one field. Let's fix one field. So I dumped it all. I asked Gemini and Claude, and they kept coming up with things. And I asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave me a nice, concise, clean, simple fix. Now I'm about to find out if it did anything. It went from this to this. I was like, yeah, let's try that plan. So let's see if ChatGPT's fix is any better. See, here's the problem. See, I don't know if you can see this, it's so tiny, but the ID here is empty. It refuses to set this ID. I don't understand why. It just doesn't want to set the ID. Even though I have mapped and mapped and tried everything under the sun. And then, why is it being such a jerk? I don't know. I got 15 minutes, man, to try to get this doing its thing. But why? Why is it so difficult? It's like a simple thing. Just get the stupid thing and work. It's getting everything except the ID. Everything. The ID is just there. It's just missing. It's like, there it is. GP001. Just give it to me, man. Let me see. What is user ID using? These all use ID. I don't have any trouble getting these other values. I don't understand why why it's such a problem for these other fields. I don't have any trouble getting everything I need. Or maybe I don't even realize it's not working. I don't know. Maybe that's the problem. They have an ID, but maybe I'm not. No, because I am reading like user ID from stuff. And that's coming. So everything exists, but it's just having trouble reading it off of that. Is there something different about my ID and like the user account? I am using capital D here. You know what? Banner, user account, user ID. User ID isn't even a... I mean, it says underscore ID here, but my text here is different. You know what? I am... Everywhere I do ID. And I did change that. I don't see how that would make any difference, but I'm changing it back. Because it's the only one that I changed. Yeah, whatever. I don't know why it would matter, but I mean, nothing's even looking at it. Doesn't seem to care. Go to store. And we're gonna go control C. Run. And then we're gonna go try this again. No, that doesn't do anything. I mean, it will load. Nope. It does not want to. It's got everything in it. It's got the whole freaking thing, all of my situations. It's got the user ID, but it won't return the user. I don't know why. It doesn't like me. And why is it like that? Let's see what happens if I destroy. Let's dump the game plan and the user and recreate them. I'm gonna do this again. Maybe there's something to do with what I've been doing and it's just a bad format over there now. I don't know. We're gonna try something. So we're gonna go to user. Actually, you know what? Let's do the big kill here. Just easier, just less time consuming. Drop database. I'm gonna go back over here, and then we're gonna stop all these things. And then go Control Shift P. Oh god, Control Shift P. I'm gonna run all services again. Get them all started. Restart my entire database. See if maybe the problem was that I misaligned with the game plan. I don't know. This will let me create a new game plan anyway, so I can test my create or update game plan function too. Okay, so everything's up, I think. Okay, I'm gonna go back over here, here. And then we're gonna go create account here, 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 here. 1011980. Register, go here. Oh, what happened? Cannot read properties of undefined reading message. What happened? Wait, what did I not start? Did I not start something? Axios network error. Did auth not start? No auth started. Wow. I don't know what happened here. Error in registry, cannot read properties of undefined message. I don't know what your problem is. What? What happened? That's not supposed to be happening. That was perfectly fine and functional. I'm just like, that's so 6 weeks ago. What do you mean? AMG auth. It's not returning anything. Gateway? Alright, these guys don't even exist. Which means, oh, I don't have, I'm missing stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These guys aren't even opened. Ah, God. Let's get that going again, please. 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, can we do it? There we go. Don't know what happened, but we're past it now. Probably should just make sure all the servers. Okay, so we have data. It has one ID. Perfect. It's only one situation, so that's fine because that's brand new. It's expected. So we have the ID and we have the situation. Now I should be able to create a generic fourth and I don't know, greater than. Can I put in a 0? Will 0 even? I don't think that's going to do anything, but we're going to say punt. Game plan saved, it says. I hit enter. It does not reload. As it explodes once again. I go look at the data. I'm just going around in circles, man. It's just everything I do, it just seems like it's just 1 second part of it works and then the other part doesn't. Yep, it created my stuff. So it exists in the database now, except the user ID is not there anymore. What is going on? Oh, user ID is there. It's just way the heck down here at the bottom. That's kind of weird. Okay. Hey, well, it's there. I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so the problem is we are still getting an attempt to save. Now it can't load it. We have two. Oh, we have all the parts. So we have everything there except problems when I try to save. Okay. Well, that's actually good because that means I got past this thing that was driving me all the heck. Now it's the creator update, which I just tweaked it to be fair. So I did change that. So that one's kind of broken on my own. But it's probably has something to do with my attempting to move the default. It seems silly to add the default after I created the, you know, when on the fetch. I mean, why wouldn't I just add the default when I create the dang thing? So this makes, it's just silly. So, okay, so the get game plan functionality, which was massive in size, like it was like 2 pages, 2.5 pages of stuff. It basically made this whole thing go from here to way down here. And I was like, okay, that's not good. And then, so I talked to ChatGPT, said, hey, you give this a try. And it wrote it up in this little bit. Got it all working. So it fully functions. That's good. I'm not even sure that at this moment I need this piece. I might comment this out to see if I need this, because this was like a double check. In fact, you know what? I think I will. I'm going to comment this out. Just see if it actually gets away with not needing this. I might need it. I can't be sure. But if I don't need this, this would be a great piece of code to exclude. So we got to go to game plan. And then I got to figure out the save. But I can figure that out. Maybe not before 10, but whatever. Game plan. We go Control C. And then we hit enter. And we try to load it up again. Go run. Alright. We're gonna leave. Come back. This still works. Still has everything in it. Excellent. I don't need that piece of code. Yay. So it really did kind of come down to just recreating the objects for that particular item. Alright, so we're dumping that. Because now my get game plan is actually clean and short and just does what it's supposed to do. Oh, it's so much nicer. Okay, this piece. When I try to save, so it's not going to be the new one, that's the problem. It's going to be the existing one, his new game plan. For existing plans, update the user. Okay. So let's see here. It's getting a duplicate ID situation here. Preserve the existing ID and user ID. If is new game. There's a lot of if is new game plan crap. If is new, if is new, if is new. Set up a document for MongoDB operation. Can you see why it is that an attempt to save a game plan with a new situation let's go ahead and add another one. We'll just say third and greater than I don't know, 8? Sure, 8. We'll just say pass. Pass. Medium. Okay, so it says game plan ID, creating blah 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 blah. Updating existing game plan, but then I hit OK, and we get an error. So there is some kind of something blocking me here. It says creating updating game plan. No errors here, and it is saving. Do we have anything specific available? Can you see why? So is it failing to get the new game plan? Because we have a save that is successful. We have a save that is successful going into my situations. So where is it blowing up? Is it blowing up? It says game plan save successfully. That's the alert that I get. So it's triggering something. That is in turn flopping. This game situation empty. I guess I can put some brakes in here and see what's going on. Does it try to refetch it? It shouldn't have to try to refetch it because let's stop it here. Because it's not getting an error saving game plan. It says save successfully. The problem is something's changing mid-swing. And this is completely good. Yep. So my get is fine. It's just not doing much with it. Okay, so it doesn't have any trouble with the delete. And we'll say first less than 11 we will run. Middle, yeah. Okay. So that's so it's got a problem with whatever's going on in that. I hate that because I don't know what to do with this. Ugh, gotta go through all this React crap. Oh, I hate it. Let's see if I can put some breaks and stuff. See if I can make it just go straight to it. Forgot to look at that. Something is going wonky. Nope. Huh. This one doesn't have an ID in the situation, so the new situation doesn't get an ID. But is that normal? Because it exists. It's like it's not. It's like it needs to refetch it. Refetch the game plan. Probably because it just should. I don't know why it's. The thing is, I didn't think I needed to do that before, but I don't know. Maybe I have things going on that I didn't do before. All right. Well, phooey. I'm not having good luck with this. What do you mean fetch game plan is not defined? I gotta do fetch game plan up here. Oh, let's not complain about that. Alright, what did I do? What is the problem now? Oh. Guessing that's what it was. Fetch game plan data. It's probably what it is. Here, let's go look at it. Data. Nope. Oh yeah, it's the default. Okay, whatever. I'm not a fan of this export stuff. It's like there's like 3 ways to do it. You can create a single constant with all the objects. You can create them as separate objects with exports and defaults. Then you have to do a default, and then you have to have exports, or you could just do export defaults. And it's just so many ways to tell how to send them back. And I probably hit them all. Don't know. I haven't decided which way I like better. Probably should pick one though. What's going on here? Hello, what are you doing? Did I not fix it? NPM run. Couple of weirdnesses, not quite doing what I expect. What is going on? Do I have stuff not running? What's missing? Game plan 9. I think everything's melting down on me here. Things that aren't supposed to be even involved in what I'm doing are suddenly becoming problems. What's going on? Cannot read properties of null includes? What is it talking about? Cannot read properties. No, public gateway. I don't know what the heck it's talking about. It's just not loading correctly. What's going on? Okay, now it's not even, okay, maybe my whole computer's melting down. I think that's a sign, man. I think it's telling me to go to bed. It's saying, dude, go to bed. Do this tomorrow. Because pretty much everything is just crashing now. Things are like, it's just everything. I can't get my app to load. It's sitting there spinning. It gets to this, and it just sits and spins. Okay, I don't know. Okay. Now it's doing something. What the heck? Oh, now it's going. I don't know what the heck happened. Alright, so we got lots and lots of stuff on my... I haven't even saved the 3, whatever that is. Failed to save game plan. Why? Reset new game situations not defined. Oh, did it create a... Did it create a function that says reset? Handle login success. Handle login success. Handle login success. Handle login status. Root cause. Verify the blank row. Add new row. Reset. Oh, there is supposed to be a constant. Create helper function to reset the new game situation state to its initial blank state. This ensures that the blank row is fully reset. What if I just fetch the game plan and set... Isn't it loaded based on that? Game plan situation. Use state. Set new games. That's the new game state. Effect, game plan. So game plan changes. We are supposed to Set response, updated game plan. What is response? Is that up here? Set response. The game plan. Yeah. I shouldn't have to do any of that. I don't even know why it's trying to. I don't know what this is, but I don't think we need that. It should be triggering the above part. Okay, it's not totally reloading. It is taking out the removed ones, but it's not refreshing. Okay, I'm tired. I'm going to bed, Nintendo. Whatever you're doing, if you've gone for the night, good for you. Hope you're getting some sleep. As for me, time for me to get some sleep. So